Welcome to Redacted Truth. Tonight, we uncover the devastating truth buried beneath the small town's serenity of Blount County, Alabama. This is the story of a nightmare that ripped through a community and claimed the life of one of its most luminous stars. Her name was Kimber Mills. She was an 18-year-old senior cheerleader at Cleveland High School, a student described as bubbly and a light in their tight-knit community. She did everything with a smile on her face and dreamed of attending the University of Alabama to become a nurse. Kimber was pure promise, pure life, but that purity was shattered in the early hours of Sunday, October 19th, 2025. The setting, a remote, wooded clearing in East Jefferson County, known ominously by local teens as the Pit. It was a bonfire party, a typical teen gathering, until chaos erupted at 12:24 a.m. The spark? Preliminary information given to police stated a fight started over a girl, but the consequence was mass carnage. A 27-year-old man, Stephen Tyler Whitehead, allegedly stormed the hangout and began firing. The suspect was reportedly involved in an argument at the party before shots were fired. Kimber Mills was caught directly in the crossfire, sustaining devastating wounds to her head and her leg. Despite the overwhelming support, with over 100 people visiting her at the hospital, doctors confirmed the heartbreaking reality: her brain injuries were too severe. The accused killer, Stephen Whitehead, was arrested early that Sunday morning and now faces murder charges. But the true, beautiful, and heartbreaking redacted truth in this case is not just the crime, but the incredible, final decision made by a heroic teenager. Before Kimber Mills left this world, she gave the greatest gift of all. Stay with Redacted Truth as we detail the full account of the shooting, the arrests, the community's sorrow, and the profound final act that guaranteed Kimber Mills' light would never be truly extinguished. Kimber loved everyone and could make friends anywhere she went. She was also the youngest child in her family. This tragedy shook the community to its core. Students and faculty gathered for prayer. Casey Payne, a counselor at Cleveland High School, expressed the overwhelming difficulty.
There's no course in an education program that tells you what it's like to lose a student, especially one as bright and vibrant as Kimber, who we haven't lost. She's still with us, but it's a terrible circumstance.
Principal Brannon Smith noted that the tragedy hits close to home, saying, "I have a daughter who's a cheerleader, and yesterday was a hard day."
It was very tough yesterday, and I also have a cheerleader daughter that's a junior, and she's on the same squad as Kimber, and so it hit home. But beyond that,
the community was encouraged to wear pink, which was Kimber's favorite color, during a vigil held at the Cleveland High School football stadium. The immediate response was clear. She was so loved by this amazing community, with over 100 people coming to the hospital to visit her. We offer our deepest condolences to the Mills family, who faced the unthinkable. As Kimber's sister, Ashley Mills, lamented, "We shouldn't be burying our little sister. It should be the other way around." The violence erupted at a teen gathering, a bonfire party, in a wooded area near Alabama 75 and Clay Palmerdale Road in Pinson, Alabama, a place known locally as the Pit. Jefferson County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to this remote scene just before 12:30 a.m. on Sunday morning. The official report stated that a verbal and physical altercation occurred before shots were fired. The horrifying preliminary information suggested the fight escalated over a girl. 4 people were shot during the incident. When deputies arrived, they found 3 people wounded: Kimber Mills, 18, an 18-year-old male, and a 21-year-old male. A 4th victim, a 20-year-old female, had already been taken to a hospital via a personal vehicle. Kimber was the most seriously injured victim. She sustained grievous wounds. She was shot in the head and also shot in the leg. One of the victims, 21-year-old Silas McKay, shared chilling details. McKay said that his ex-girlfriend told him the gunman Stephen Tyler Whitehead, was trying to do stuff to this girl named Kimber. When McKay and his friend confronted Whitehead and started fighting him, Whitehead allegedly pulled his gun out and started shooting after McKay's buddy pulled McKay off him. McKay himself was reportedly shot 10 times, though he was expected to survive his injuries. In the immediate chaos, a friend desperately attempted to transport Kimber to the hospital in a private vehicle. They intercepted a Trussville police officer on Gadsden Highway around 12:45 a.m. The urgency was immense. Officers immediately performed CPR and applied a tourniquet to her leg wound before fire medics transported her to UAB Hospital. The man responsible for unleashing this terror was quickly identified and arrested. Stephen Tyler Whitehead, 27, of Brookwood, was taken into custody. He was booked into the Jefferson County Jail at 11:40 a.m. on Sunday. Initially, Whitehead was charged with attempted murder, but as Kimber clung to life, the charges were looming. Kimber suffered severe brain trauma, and her family was told by doctors that she only had a few days left. Her sister reported that there was no surgery that would give her a life worth living. Kimber Mills died on Tuesday night. Following her death, the charges against Stephen Tyler Whitehead were upgraded. He now faces 1 count of murder and 3 counts of attempted murder for the other 3 victims who were shot. Whitehead is being held without bond in the Jefferson County Jail. He was expected to appear in court later that week. In a troubling detail, we learned that Stephen Whitehead was a specialist with the 168th Engineer Company of the Alabama National Guard. A longtime friend, speaking anonymously, stated they believed Whitehead was a good person who would never intentionally hurt anyone, but they feared he may have mental health issues affecting his judgment. Regardless of intent, Kimber Mills' life was violently taken. As Henry Irby, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office Public Information Officer, noted, the family was forced to start the process of making funeral arrangements, something they shouldn't have to be doing. In the face of unimaginable devastation, Kimber Mills fulfilled her calling in the most profound way possible. Even as her family was told the doctors only gave her days, and there was no surgery that would give her a life worth living, they prepared for her final, selfless act.
Her older sister, Ashley Mills, says she is not expected to survive her injuries, and now she's having to prepare for the unthinkable.
They did some tests on her today for some organ donations. They only gave her like a few days. So we don't know how many more days it's going to be.
Kimber had declared her wish to be an organ donor. Her sister, Ashley, found solace in this decision, affirming that this was a way for Kimber to live on through others. Her cousin posted that Kimber was giving the greatest gift of all today, life. A representative from Legacy of Hope, the nonprofit supporting organ donation, emphasized that this decision could bring a positive out of a terrible situation and save somebody's life. The family says that this is what Kimber Mills wanted to do. She always wanted to help people. They even stated she was actually helping someone when she was shot. Her donation was extensive. Her heart and lungs were both prepared to be donated to someone in need. And in a miracle reported by her sister, a 7-year-old girl received Kimber's heart. On Tuesday afternoon, around 4 p.m., at UAB Hospital, Kimber Mills began her final sacred journey, the Honor Walk. This is a somber ceremony reserved for donors, where hospital staff and the donor's family lined the halls, standing silently and respectfully as Kimber's body was transported toward the operating room where her organs would be harvested, the whole hallway crying. You can tell she was really loved by the whole community. Michael Helms, who was at the party and witnessed the shooting, was present at the walk. He described the sight as difficult, but found a sigh of relief knowing she's not in pain anymore, but it just hurts. The final goodbye was marked by a lot of tears and hugs and goodbyes. Kimber Mills, the bright, outgoing student, was killed by senseless violence, but through her final choice, she became an enduring hero, ensuring that her heart, the very essence of her caring nature, would continue to bring life and hope to a child. The sheer tragedy of that Sunday morning when Stephen Tyler Whitehead allegedly transformed a common gathering into a multiple victim shooting remains a deep wound in the heart of Blount County. The accused killer, Stephen Whitehead, is locked up in the Jefferson County Jail, facing murder and attempted murder charges. But while justice proceeds in the courts, Kimber's spirit achieved a higher form of immortality. Despite the fatal trauma to her brain, her family honored her lifelong wish to be an organ donor. This final decision, this greatest gift of all, life, was formally acknowledged during the solemn silent, weeping hospital hallway. Kimber Mills gave life a second chance. Her sister confirmed the miracle. A 7-year-old girl received Kimber's heart. The heart of the bubbly cheerleader now beats on, a powerful, rhythmic repudiation of the violence that tried to consume her. Kimber Mills is not just a victim. She is an American hero whose life force continues to sustain hope in a child's chest. If this story touched your heart, please share it to honor Kimber Mills' legacy. What are your thoughts on Kimber's selfless final act and how her choice to be an organ donor impacts the narrative of this devastating crime? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, the greatest truths are often found in the darkest moments. Subscribe to Redacted Truth for more deep dives into the cases that define our time.